Before the flashbulbs, before the tuxedos and tiaras, before the words, "I do," there was silence. A silence that nearly destroyed everything Huang Zitao and Yiyang built before they even had a chance to begin. This is where the fairy tale truly started. Not with a kiss, but with a goodbye. Shanghai, 2018. The air was thick with ambition and exhaustion. Zitao was in the middle of shooting his solo project, juggling late-night edits, sleepless rehearsals, and the heavy burden of being both an idol and an entrepreneur. Yiyang, at the time, was just emerging from the shadows of her SM trainee days, filled with hope, yet haunted by rejection. She was radiant but raw, still learning to smile after every, maybe next time. And that's when their worlds collided again. A charity gala, a rainstorm, a single umbrella shared between two people who had once been strangers, now standing inches apart under the city's flickering lights. "You still carry that shy smile," Tao had said. "And you still think you can read me," Yang replied. It was playful. It was simple. But it was the beginning of something neither of them was ready to admit. Weeks turned into months. They began spending quiet nights writing songs together. Unreleased tracks about hope, regret, and the kind of love you write but never sing. Fans noticed their chemistry. Labels didn't. Behind closed doors, Tao faced pressure from his management to avoid distractions. Yang was told to focus on your career, not a man with a past. The world didn't see two hearts falling. It saw two brands colliding. And one night, after another argument over headlines, Yang left. No words. No tears. Just a single text on Tao's phone, left unread for days. "You said I make you strong, but you only remember me when you're weak." For the first time, Huang Zitao, the man who once sang about rebellion and fearlessness, broke down. He disappeared for weeks. No Instagram posts. No live streams. No interviews. Insiders whispered that he had turned to the bottle, that every song he tried to write came out like a letter addressed to her. His friends said he kept a USB drive, hidden, encrypted, filled with videos of their studio sessions, voice notes, and the demo of a song simply titled "Why." No one ever heard it. Not until years later. 2021. Yang was at a commercial shoot in Seoul when a familiar melody played in the background. The same chords. The same rhythm. A song she thought would never see daylight. It was Tao's new single, a reworked version of "Why." Only this time, it ended with his voice whispering, "If you ever hear this, it means I didn't give up." That night, she cried, not because it hurt, but because it healed. And though neither of them spoke, something shifted. The silence had finally said enough. They met again. Accidentally. Or maybe fate had grown tired of waiting. At an awards after-party, in a crowded room, their eyes met, and for a moment, the noise faded. "You cut your hair," Tao said. "You stopped hiding," she replied. It wasn't dramatic. There were no tears or long embraces. Just two people, older now, braver, quietly choosing to start again. That night, he sent her a single message, simple, honest, and without ego. "Let's not be perfect. Let's just be real." And that's what they did. So when they finally stood together at the altar, years later, under the soft gold lights and blooming peonies, it wasn't a fairy tale ending. It was a victory. For every heartbreak that made them wiser. For every rumor that tried to tear them apart. And for every moment they almost gave up but didn't. Because the truth is, some love stories don't need a script or a spotlight. They just need time and the courage to return home. Huang Zitao once said, "Music is how I remember who I am." And maybe in remembering himself, he found her again. This isn't just a love story. It's a lesson that sometimes losing someone isn't the end. It's the beginning of finally learning how to love right. If you felt this story in your heart, don't stop here. Hit subscribe because in the K multiverse, every ending is just the start of another what if.